that sticky, stanky harvest. They show it all organic and nice. If you're curious or wanna grow with kindness, Grow Daddy TV just might have some advice. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. They break it down. Light, water, temperature, and humidity. It's cannabis kindergarten for every grower in the community. Yeah, come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. Germination, soil mixing, up pots and LST, defoliation, harvest, and curing properly. So tune in every week to catch the magic. Grow Daddy TV. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on. Come on, come on. Grow Daddy TV, come on.
Hey everybody, I'm Grow Daddy, aka Patrick, and welcome to Grow Daddy TV Studios. Yeah, you've made it. You've made it to our 11th season, our 21st episode. And I'll tell you what, you know we're getting to the end when we start getting in the 20s, right? 20th episode, so 21. We are going to take another girl. We will show you some trichomes today, I think. We're going to show you the girls in our weed porn segment. Before we get started, though, I like to really kind of introduce our show to new people that have come to the show.
Yeah, who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm an organic beginning grower, kind of like you guys. I've been growing for a little while. I'm kind of an intermediate grower, but I know a little bit about everything about growing, but really nothing about anything. What I do know is I grow four organic girls every time we grow, and we name them, and we grow with a certain style.
We follow them, we take them right from germination to harvest and yield.
And we show every single step. We put everything. This is basically a journal that we do every week. And for you that are beginning, if you guys can share this to a beginner, somebody that wants us to learn how to start growing, this is a good place to start because we really just add water. We're not big on adding a bunch of...
We're beginner friendly.
Very beginner friendly. And this cannabis can be grown so many different ways, you guys. It can be very difficultly grown, which a lot of people that are really geeking out on it, are really kind of, bottle feeding and mixing in everything every time they water. And they're doing a lot of stuff that maybe you don't want to start out with as a beginner.
Yeah, this is a great starting point. And you know what? Some of our viewers are really experienced growers, but they just like to watch the show anyway because we got weed prawns.
You know what? It's just coming in and hanging out with us for Sunday morning. We eat breakfast, we get high, and we watch the show. That's kind of what we're about, and we show our girls in great detail, and we have everything in the description in a spreadsheet that you can find in the description. It's got every detail, every drop of water we put in these girls, all the amendments, and everything we do.
Yeah, we record all the details about our light, our humidity, temperature, and even our previous yields and our soil recipes.
Yeah, and we do things a little differently here than you'll see in a lot of other YouTube grows. We're only growing 4 plants, which, you know what? I think a lot of people are doing the same thing. Honestly, I don't think they got tents and tents. So it's a little more realistic because
relatable.
Yeah, when you only got 2 or 4 plants or 6 plants or something really small, you sprout the seeds, you grow them, and you get what you get.
And you kind of cater to them, like we cater to the
we have names. We give the girls names, and what can I say? We showcase them every week on our YouTube channel. But we grow what we like to call muffin tops. It's kind of a Grow Daddy TV style where we grow just the top buds. We don't grow down the stems. We try to get a lot of tops by pinching them.
Yeah, we don't get those really super cool, big, long, total, YouTube buds.
I don't know. We got a couple nice ones over here, but they're not the big old huge buds because I'm scared to death of larf. And when we grow them this way, we tend to just get the hard, dense stuff. And we do. In our harvest video, we harvest after the season. We put everything in great detail of what the bud is. you know, as far as the density of it.
Yeah, we break it all down. We give our ounces and our grams, and we show the larf that we get.
So you have
if
something.
we get any.
So you have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a lot of YouTubers I think are growing. I'm thinking beginner. What are beginners thinking? When I came in as a beginner, I was completely clueless of what good bud even was. I wasn't even a big smoker when I started growing. So
not much of a connoisseur. Remember that popcorn shit we?
Yeah, but people. What my point is, in a lot of YouTubes, is what you see. You're getting reality here. In a lot of YouTubes, I feel you're actually getting a harvest video with a lot of beautiful buds, but you're not getting the great detail of, well, were those buds larvae? Were they crappy buds? You can't tell when they're beautiful buds. You can't tell until after they're dried. Anyways, just want to say that for the beginners, that this is a real beginner channel. Hashtag fuck larf. Because why? Because we hate larf in this channel.
Well, we hate trimming it.
We hate trimming it. I don't like using it if I don't have to. There's just no. I know a lot of you guys out there do use it and like it for your resins, and you know would fault me for not growing more, because I probably could get my yields could be a little bit bigger with larf. You know, with growing them down and getting more larf. But then again, then I'll have less dense bud as well and more larf.
You give away a lot of it to your friends, and you
I
like
do.
to have kind of puff out your chest and go.
I do not like. I can't give away larf to my friends. And we do it scrogless style. You notice there's no net or anything, and we do have a lot of strings on this girl. You camera probably ain't even picking them up, but we do have a few of these yo-yos that are holding up some buds. But that's Miss Grow Daddy's fault. But she dropped a light on this one last week. And the buds got really weak, and we had to hold them up after that. We try to get between 5 and 6 ounces, you guys, of nothing but dense bud per plant. That's what we try to do in the tent. So, hey, I guess that's a good introduction to what we are, you guys. Now let's get to it with a timeline, you guys, and tell you what we did in the tent this week, and this is what we do next. Our timeline, we're 148 days since we started these girls from seed. And they were in little pods. That's how we like to germinate.
Peat pellets.
Yeah, and they were in there for a week. And if you guys want to, beginners, hey, I got almost 100% in the last 5 or 6 years.
Germination rate.
Yeah, so I know, hey, listen, if you're germinating, you're getting what you want, you're getting things to germinate, keep doing what you're doing. But if you're looking for a good way to germinate, hey, these seeds are $10 plus. You know, and if you're looking for a good way to germinate, check out our earliest videos from this season and every season, because we run through every step, every season. And how do I germinate is in the first or second episode, right?
Safe germination method.
We said day 148 from seed, 71 days since we flipped them. They've been in flower for 71 days, which is the beginning of week 11. Today is the first day of week 11. So everything has flowered for 10 weeks. And we are going to take another, now we're missing Colette over here, you guys, right? I mean, that's the elephant in the room. Well, here she is.
Grow Daddy, you're missing one of your girls.
She's down here, but she's been out of the tent for quite a while now, actually. Did we do that on the last show? Did we talk about that?
Well,
I can't remember.
We did an emergency harvest, so yeah.
She's already in bags, by the way.
Yeah.
She's already bagged up, and we already know how much she is. You're gonna have to come back to our harvest video to find out. She's curing now in jars, and then she'll
jars or grow bags.
I've got her in jars, 3 jars. I keep them in jars until we do our final harvest.
Oh, right.
And then I put everything into grove bags.
Yeah, you guys, if you want to stick with us till the bitter end, our last episode of this season is going to be showing you all the jars that we get.
And we show you how we dry. We show you how to dry and harvest and cure the right way. And I want to say that we do it the right way. Not everybody does it the right way. And you know how we feel about 60-60. I'm going to call it 60-60 is stupid. It's stupid, but you know what? I'm calling everybody dumb out there because everybody uses it. So go ahead and hit me in the fucking. Go ahead and hit me. Do what you want in the fucking comments.
Hang on, let's brace ourselves for some mean comments.
Yeah. Okay. 60-60. It's like Laura. I don't need 60-60 either. We use dew point in our drying process, and actually Colette made it 10 days, I think, or 9 days. I think she went 9 days of drying. And we like to keep it under 10. And we'll explain as we go through more, because we got more dries to do, we'll explain it. Just watch our videos and hang tight. But nevertheless, she came out absolutely perfect. And everything's good. Everything's good.
Should we do a spoiler alert about the seeds?
There was one seed that came out of her. Well, they know. We already told her.
She developed nanners, which are pollen sacs, which she was hermaphroditing, hermying. and we were scared to death that she would have had a whole big bunch of seeds inside her buds, but she didn't.
But she had a lot of amber already, right? So she was ready to harvest. She was ready to harvest, and I'll tell you what. I think we're going to give. I think we're going to give.
Should we show some trichomes?
Let's show some trichomes and what we got on the girls.
One by one. So let's look at Louise's trichomes.
Louise's trichomes. Well, they look really good. I mean, but they look like they need another week. We were debating over her. Didn't see a lot. You know what? Just don't see a lot of amber. I see a lot of purple, or if you want to say kind of purplish trichomes that kind of look a little darker. But really, when we look at them, we zoom in on them and even look at them even better than what you guys might be looking at right now. We look at them on the computer and then really zoom in. Yeah, we don't see as many.
You're getting a fast forward right now, but we agonize over this.
We see a few ambers on her, but she's going to be going for another week. So she's going to get 11 weeks. And I think I have the paperwork right here, which, you know what, this is good information too. Because I'll tell you what, Louise, she's a
Quebec black bud.
She's a Quebec black bud, and Quebec Cannabis Seeds in their write-up says that she should be harvested 55 to 60 days. Well, we're already at what did I say we were at?
I don't remember.
It's horrible though. We're way over that. Doesn't matter. We don't pay attention to what they say to harvest it at. We look at trichomes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna let her go one more week, and we're hoping that she didn't get seeded, because remember her neighbor Colette, she had nanners, and we're actually giving her more time if she got pollinated to develop seeds. So
it's
hopefully
a risk.
that doesn't happen. It's a risk. It's a risk, but she's not ready. I ain't picking her. She looks beautiful, by the way. She looks like she might be one of our bigger yielders. She was a runt to begin with, and she looks like she might be one of our bigger yielders. But next, as far as Chantal, our Biscotti, let me tell you what, she's coming out of the tent in a couple days. She looks ready, and let's check out what she looks like.
Her trichomes.
Her trichomes.
There's a lot more amber.
I would say there's at least 10%, but I didn't see a lot of clear ones. And because I don't see a lot of clear ones, that really tells me that she's really ready to harvest.
Full of THC.
Full of THC. She does have at least 10%, I think, amber. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.
Oh yeah, should we do a little quick crash course just in case this is Greek to somebody who doesn't know about trichomes and terpenes? Basically, when you're looking at your trichomes, that's the little liquid-filled, the things you've been looking at.
Right.
And when they're full of clear liquid, they're not ready to harvest. When they've got cloudy liquid, they've got THC in them. And then when that cloudy liquid starts turning an amber color,
It degrades.
it's THC that's degrading into CBN, and that is your couch lock, narcotic, sleepy time.
Yeah, a lot of us like it. It's kind of that. It's that kind of indica that you think of in smoking an indica plant. You know, kind of locking you on the couch or getting you kind of a body high. It's a body high, I guess, more of a mind high. At any rate, that's what GoDaddy likes. So I like to get that. I like to get high too. I like to
you
collect
like
them.
that CBN?
I absolutely do. And as far as Quebec Cannabis Seeds, they say it should be harvested 8 to 10 weeks.
Which one is that, Marie or
Chantal?
Or Chantal?
That's Chantal. And we're taking her at 10 weeks. She's had 10 weeks of flower. We're going to take her in 1 or 2 days. So she'll be she's right there in the window when they're telling us to harvest her. And as far as Marie down there, I think we spotted a nanner on her.
Yep.
We spotted a nanner on her the other day, just 1 or 2 nanners, not a lot of them, and they're just starting.
And you know, I feel a little less panicked.
Well, yeah, because now you kind of know what they are, and you're.
Well, also when we took apart Colette, when you were trimming Colette, you didn't find a whole bunch of seeds or anything, so it doesn't seem like that much of a disaster.
Yeah, but she had a lot of nanners. I mean, she really nannered out. But hopefully she did it later on in flower. You know what? Our viewers caught it a week and a half before we did.
I know, isn't that embarrassing?
Yeah, we didn't catch it, but we caught it before we got comments on the video. It's kind of weird the way we run, but
well, we film about a week and a half in advance before we publish.
Maybe you guys could DM me next time so I have a week and a half to look at it, because they went about a week and a half longer after our after folks saw the nanners in the weed porn.
Well, no, we couldn't have solved that anyway, because by the time we published that and people noticed the nanners, we hadn't noticed the nanners, but we had already it was already done. We already knew.
And as far as Marie is, I think I'm going to give her 1 more week. Let's take a look at the trichomes. You guys let me know again what you think in the comments. The trichomes look, well, I would say there's just not a lot of amber, and there's still a few clear ones. She's looking good though. I mean, it's tempting to take her now because she's actually looked done. If I look at her, if I'm just looking at her with my eyes, she looks done. She's looked done for 2 weeks. And here it says, and they're suggesting take her between 8 and 9 weeks. So we're going to go 2 weeks over that. I just don't see any amber on her. And then we'll have people in the comments saying, a lot of things, the trichomes degrade after you hang her up and stuff.
Right. Some people do say
that. But
that.
that's not when we harvest.
Yeah. We
harvest when we're looking at them. We don't harvest them after they've already been chopped. So you can't look at your trichomes after they've been chopped. I guess my trichomes, the 10 to 15%, based on what I'm looking at, not what I think they'll be after they're harvested.
It is true. If you take the science for what it's worth, like it does say that when THC experiences like time and heat, it turns it from THC to CBN. So that will be happening during the hanging process and during the curing. Yeah,
but I've also harvested girls that kind of look like this, and then they were kind of ho-hum. They were ho-hum for me.
Daddy likes that CBN.
Yeah, so you guys got to find out what you guys like, and then just keep your eye on the trichomes. I like it. I guess I like it. I like to see some amber in them before I harvest them.
Because then a sleepy time pot. And you know what? It just occurred to me that when I've got a cold or a flu, I like to get that neocitrin. You guys can't even get it in the States. It's Canadian drugs.
Oh,
You put it in some hot boiling water.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. But they have a daytime recipe and a nighttime.
Well, we have NyQuil, but it's not
like
the same.
NyQuil and DayQuil. Anyway, so you got your sleepy time plants, and if you harvest it with not enough CBN, I guess you got daytime.
That's kind of what you have, and that's what they say. Exactly. So, anyways, that's what we're kind of doing as far as harvest time. So we're only gonna take Chantal, and then the other 2 girls are gonna get 1 more full week. We'll be taking them after 11 full weeks. I think they're coming out of the tent. And let's talk about our lights and get through what we've done in the tent this week as far as lights and everything. Now, I said everything last week. I think today. I lowered the plants down a little bit. I still have 280 watts coming from our light. That it has 320 available watts. If I want to use more lights or hang it higher, use more. It's versatility. Plus, if the light degrades a little bit, I have plenty of watts to give it if the light ever degrades. This light's going to be good for 20 years. I swear to God, you guys, especially, and then I have enough watts to do what I want in the tent as well, and we talked a little bit about that in previous episodes, and we also.
But the reason why you lowered the plant or whatever, you took some light off her because she was tacoing.
Yeah, she's got some tacoed leaves.
The leaves, when they kind of curl up into a taco shell, they are trying to shield themselves.
Yeah. Not no more though. For the next week, she's being treated really well with some lower par. And I think what we have on par for her right now is about 700.
Yeah, about 700 par. That's what you said.
700. Now, you didn't write that down, but that's... I got it.
I put the range of all of them. So.
Yeah, we're hanging them at different heights. This one's hanging... I think we've got both of them. We're hanging both of them from 13. We've dropped them down. Let me hang on a minute, you guys, because you know what? I don't have the right thing on here. Let me give you just kind of an idea where we're at. Okay, we're about 16 inches from the very tip top on this canopy, 16 inches. And the lower ones are probably more like 19 inches, okay? That's where everything's kind of hanging in the tent. We're saying the par's roughly about 700, 750, something in there.
You average it out. Will you take
This one over here, same kind of thing over here, you guys, except we're still at 13 inches at the highest buds on Chantal. She's pretty high compared to her girl next door that's probably hanging... Yeah, we're at 15 inches. The highest bud on Marie on the very end is about 15 inches, and you've got a lot that are lower. She's probably got a good average of 15, 16 inches in the tent.
And those two were not really showing much light stress. Like Chantal was a little bit bare clawed.
Chantal's looking like, especially her upper bud, she's looking like I've been pushing these girls. Let me tell you what, this isn't the normal way I grow either, but you know what? Every once in a while, you like to do something a little different and see what you get. And you know what? I've been just pushing the girls with a little bit more light this whole season. The girls' leaves don't look as pretty as they normally do. They're normally I think the curling up kind of does look a little pretty. Marie looks great, though. Chantal looks like she's got some curled up leaves, but we're taking her out tomorrow. Not worried about her anymore. That's it for you guys. We're still using 280 watts. we've just brought the light up a little bit on the girls, and we're about 30 to, I think we're probably running about 32 to 35, 36, DLI in the tent. And DLI is just how many photons are hitting your canopy.
Stands for daily light integral.
Yeah, and we're talking about over a 24-hour period of time, how much power you're delivering to your canopy in a
24-hour period.
Yeah, that's pretty basic. That's our light, you guys. As far as our water in the tent, it gets a little boring in here, by the way.
No, we're going to have
the last week.
Quick little episode.
Yeah, it'll be a quick episode, you guys. We are giving Louise is getting an average of 1.5 gallon or 1.5 liters a day. That's where she's at.
And for our Americans, I put it on the overlay.
It's a quart. It's a quart and a half.
About a quart.
Right now, they're all at 1.5. That's what they're drinking. They're all minus water, what they're drinking the week before. We'll show what they are right up here in the
the overlay.
Yeah, right up here in the overlay.
You know what? Since we don't have to talk too much about the water, but like, why don't you mention the Blue Mat water meters?
What do you want to say about them,
Moisture
Mrs.
meters.
We haven't talked about them, but I'm still using the Blue Mat moisture meter. Mm-hmm. There's lots of moisture meters at work, but I'll tell you what. If I'm in 7-gallon containers, you guys. That is probably the smallest you want to go if you're trying to keep things hydrated. In my opinion.
Yeah, we call it continuous hydration as opposed to dry back water and you just soak them and then dry.
Yeah, I don't water all the way until water's coming out the bottom every day. I water what I think is about 75%, I think. I'm trying to get these Blue Mat moisture meters at a certain place and just rehydrating every day without saturating, the soil, giving the soil enough and giving the girls what they want and not too much. You can do that with some sort of a meter, right, you guys? And there's lots of them out there.
Well, yeah, ours is, I forget what it's, a tensiometer, right?
It's a tensiometer. It's basically, you put water in it, and it's a it measures on how it doesn't matter how it works. It's a meter, and they use
millibars.
Yeah, millibars, and you learn basically what millibars are. Here's a little chart down here, so you know.
Yeah, I'll put the chart, and basically your strategy, Grow Daddy, is to just kind of try and keep that soil moist, which is like between 50 and 120 millibars. That's a moist zone. And if the numbers get super high, it's really, really dry.
It's difficult when, the bigger container, the more stable the water would be, right? Mm-hmm. The smaller container, like if you try to use the smaller the pot, the bigger swing it's going to be. Mm-hmm. That's it. And I'm in a 7-gallon pot now, and it's a pretty big swing. It goes from pretty wet, not saturated, but it goes from pretty wet, like down around 40 or 50. And if you're looking at the chart, you'll see that's saturated. It's not going to 0. That's completely saturated. Mm-hmm. It's going to 40 or 50, and then the next day I'm watering at 200, 250, or whatever it is. So it's getting really dry.
And your strategy, you're just trying to give them as much water as they're gonna drink in the day.
Pretty much, yeah. And then they're having a chance to dry out a little bit as far as that's concerned. But if I saturated them, I wouldn't be able to water them the next day. They would need at least one day to dry out. Mm-hmm. So watering them every day, at least in a 7-gallon pot, that's the strategy. And I use these Blue Mat moisture meters, but there's lots of meters out there. Mm-hmm. I do have to say, for people that are using these Blue Mat moisture meters that have, bigger containers and so on and so forth, when they can water continuously, with a little drip or anything, they're trying to keep it at 70 or 80 millibars. Mm-hmm. That's where they think the plants love the soil at. But we can't do that because we're putting water, I'm watering by hand every day on these girls. No, it's a breeze because that's all I'm doing is dumping water on them, a certain amount. I'm tracking it.
It's your daddy girly time.
It is, and I track it. You can look in the description how I track them and how I water them and how I water them less or more depending on what they drank the day before. Mm-hmm. They let me know, and that's all help to the moisture meter that I'm using. Now, if I was in a 5-gallon pot or a 3-gallon pot, I'd be doing dry back, you guys. For you beginners, you know what dry back is. Dry back's just when you soak them.
Saturate them to run off.
Yeah, you saturate them. You saturate them until water's coming out the bottom. Now, I'm talking about an organic grow, you guys. I'm not getting into synthetics. That's not what we're doing here. So let's talk about organic. I saturate it.
And this is what you do before you get into the big pots, when you're in the 1.5-gallon pot.
Or the 3-gallon pots. Some people are using either one. Yeah. This is how I would do it if I was in a smaller pot.
Dry back.
I would do dry back. And that's of course, just water to saturation. And then you're letting it dry out until you can lift the bag and it feels light. It almost feels like, you can do some experimenting. When your plant starts to
Wilt?
well, it starts to hunch over. It's not wilting. It's what do you call it? It's
Drooping?
Yeah, when your plant starts drooping, you should have watered that the day before. Well, yeah, but you're still okay. This is how you learn and then you pick it up. When it's drooping, you can feel how light it is.
And another thing, that I learned from you, Grow Daddy, is that the plants don't really drink at nighttime. So water them in the morning.
I disagree with you, though. I don't understand how they don't drink at night. They do drink at night. I don't understand how. I do. Yeah, I do water at the beginning of their watering.
Do they really drink at night?
Yeah, because I can look at these meters, and these meters will read, say, 120, right? And then by the next day when I water after 12 hours, they'll read 200 or 250. Yeah, I don't understand how it works. I just understand.
Wow.
Yeah,
so they drink at night.
I don't know if they're drinking as much as they're still soaking up. I don't know how it works. I'm just telling you what my meters tell me and what I'm doing.
Well, they're not photosynthesizing, so maybe they just, who knows?
Yeah. Well, that's our water, you guys. And I'll tell you what, it's not that it's complicated. It's not as complicated. Just if you're in smaller containers, do dry back because remember, overwatering, and just not being able to water and not watering correctly is one of the hardest things to do for beginners, because we do have a thing as beginners where we feel like we love these girls
too much.
We love these girls too much. And we want to pour nutrients on them all day long, food. We want to keep on feeding, and we want to be feeders.
Oh, look at her. She needs something.
She needs something. She always needs something. Let's pour some water. Let's pour some more fertilizers on her.
CalMag.
Yeah, less is better, especially in an organic grow, you guys. Less is better. Your plant's leaves will tell you what to do. They'll dictate it. Anyways, follow our grows for more tips. Let's talk about VPD and the VP. Yeah, it is. It's VPD.
You got a ding. I
did ding. I got it right. Vapor pressure deficit, you guys, for those of you that don't know what that acronym is.
We have a chart.
We have a chart right up here. And in this chart is where we want to be. You'll see that it's got a green, it's got a bar on the bottom, a little color thing on the bottom.
Yeah.
And you'll see the chart is different color coordinated. And you'll have where you should be in seedling stage, veg stage, and flower stage. And you'll be able to match the chart with temperature and relative humidity to where you want to be.
Find yourself a nice sweet spot.
Yeah, find yourself a nice sweet spot because that's where it is going to photosynthesize the best, your plant. I do notice on the internet people are growing in all different VPDs or vastly, I would say vastly different, and they're having good results. We just follow this chart and our plants do pretty well. But, these are weeds and they do grow in a lot of different climates, you guys. So don't worry about it too much. We're keeping things, especially in flower right now, we're keeping things, our environment, we're keeping things kind of cool. If you really must know, these numbers are called...
kilopascals?
Yeah, these are kilo KPAs, kilopascals. They're KPAs, it's a measurement. We're at 1.49 here on the chart. That's where we're really trying to keep things at in flower.
For any new growers out there, if you want to get really fancy, just pull down that chart, take a look at the chart.
Yeah.
And if you want to really impress someone with your smartness, you can just tell them.
What are your KPAs? Yeah, just have a nice little conversation with another grower about KPAs.
Yeah, we run them at 1.4.
Yeah, and to get to 1.49, we're trying to hang out at 75 degrees, 24 Celsius, with about 50 or a little bit less humidity, 50 to 45, somewhere in between 50 and 45 right now in flower.
Percent relative humidity.
Yeah, and that's giving us a 1.49. That's our target in the tent. That's our VPD, and I guess. That's it as far as what we've done in the tent this week, you guys. And I want to talk a little bit about one more thing before we get out of here and take a look at the girls. I want to talk about fans.
Let's talk about
fans and venting. Because Miss GrowDaddy did point out this morning that I never talk about fans or venting or what we do in here because it is a curious thing. I used to watch guys and wonder, they had all these nice, ducting running out, and...
It's total. I've got to run that clip from Brazil.
I don't know
Hi there. I want to talk to you about ducts. Do your ducts seem old-fashioned, out of date, Central Services' new duct designs are now available in hundreds of different colors.
Look, I don't know if you can even see our ducting, can you? Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
You can see it?
I can see those
Okay.
ducks. It reminds me of the film Brazil. You guys, you've got to watch Brazil if you've never seen Brazil. It's so hilarious. It's like, do you have old-fashioned ducts?
Oh. Well, you might be able to add it to the video, Mrs. GrowDaddy. At any rate, we're using Infinity 6-inch fans in a 2x4. Now, they would normally suggest a 4-inch fan for a 2x4. I think it's not. I don't think it's enough. I think you go a little bit higher on everything. That way you got more than enough. I never turn these fans usually on past 5, so they're running, and they've lasted me over 5 years. I think more is better, so we're running 6-inch fans, and we are just.
Are you doing a testimonial for AC Infinity fans?
Well, I don't know if it's just that style of fan that and we are talking.
We don't have a deal with them or anything. They're just good fans.
We're talking about the what do you call the fan? The inlet fan, not the inlet fan. What do you call it? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's the
intake.
It's the intake fan, and it's just venting to this room, which we call a lung room. And I'm trying to keep the lung room at a certain temperature and certain humidity, so I can close these doors on these tents. And well, what can I say? When you close a door on these tents, you give these girls so much more light, so much better par.
Yeah.
You know, the light bounces off of this front door. It really does help a lot.
But it's also going to steam things up and or heat things up. In the summertime, sometimes we have troubles.
And I use just my door to the lung room. We're down here in the basement, so it's always colder.
Okay, do you want to talk about your 3-finger HVAC trick?
Yeah, because let me tell you what, because it's a 3. We like to call it the 3-finger, but really it could be as many fingers as you want. You know?
And sometimes it's like a couple of hands.
Sometimes it's.
Okay,
but I'm just saying. No, what you do is you just put 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, and like Miss GrowDaddy will come down here and she'll come down here and need something. I go, you make sure and put that door, where it was, or put it 3 fingers out. I'll say put it 2 fingers out or 1 finger out.
Basically.
Sometimes the whole fist, and Miss GrowDaddy goes, no, not the fist. And I go, yeah, the fist. Maybe use 2 fists.
And your fist is. You stop it. And your fist is even. I have to. You know what I do is if I want to come in and get something and then leave, I have to make sure that I check how open the door is, like see how cracked it is, and leave it the way I found it, or I get in big trouble.
Now we're around all day. Now I got to tell you what I should do, or what I wish it was just done. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like paying somebody to do it, and I honestly don't want to fuck up all the walls in here. We can just move our tents out of here and nobody knows we're even in here, But really, I wouldn't mind putting a vent out of the top into the next room and then a vent on the bottom for the intake, bringing fresh air in from the other room.
Real ventilation.
Well, and keep the door closed, and then I could have, an Infinity fan and that would be what I would automate to turn on if it got to a certain temperature.
That would be getting pretty fancy. I think a lot of people grow in their, just in their basement or their garage. So this is I think this is kind of an average setup, right?
A lot of people put their heat, their dehumidifiers, their humidifiers. They put everything in the tent with the girls, and I've never done that. I've always done it outside. I want my girls to have enough room in there to enjoy themselves. I don't want them to feel crowded with a bunch of fucking stupid shit, so I put it outside. Anyways, that's what we do here, you guys. I know you guys do it. You guys can put in the comments how you guys do it.
Oh, yeah. We all have our struggles with our devices and shit.
I like to call it jerry rigging. It's basically jerry rigged.
Yep.
And I come down here and it's a lot of work, but we're home most of the time. And
yep. Oh, I love your jerry rigged humidifier trick, like the wet towel.
Oh yeah, sometimes when I don't need much humidity and I need a little bit of humidity, especially when they're little seedlings, I use just a wet towel.
Yeah, why break out the humidifier?
Yeah. Hey, that's what we did in the tent this week, you guys. Let's check out some weed porn. Come on! Welcome to Weed Porn, you guys. This is where we give you a good close look at the girls. Let's start out with taking a good look at Louise. She is absolutely gorgeous. This is our black bud, our Quebec black bud, and she is absolutely beautiful. Let's take a close look at her. She's got 1 more week left. We'll see what she looks like today. Come on. Hello, Louise. Louise is our Quebec black bud from Quebec Cannabis seeds. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she has 64 tops. Yeah, that's right. Hey, let me tell you what, these tops are actually really, really nice too. You can see, you can see how these leaves have curled, and go ahead and judge, because I did push the girls a little bit.
Tacoing.
You can see that just another half an inch down, the leaves are just fine, you know? So a couple of the top buds in the tent did get a little bit crispy, but I'll tell you what, they're looking pretty good. We tried to push them a little bit. They're looking absolutely gorgeous.
You know something funny? Like beginners would probably have a bit of a freak out about looking at those leaves, but I think we've just seen so many of these grows.
I've seen some absolute hideous, leaves in tents, and still had some nice pots.
Yeah.
So you guys,
it's gonna be all right.
it's gonna be okay. She is starting to senesce. If you look at some yellowing, look at it over here, Mrs. Grodaddy. You get some kind of yellowing with the purple in the leaves, which is kind of nice. Get from above and look at it from above.
It's hard with all these yo-yos.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of yo-yos. I'm looking at this one, Mrs. Grodaddy. You see how purple that is? It's really nice. Anyways, just showing you how these plants are. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Let me kind of show you the size on some of these girls. I'll kind of be able to show you in my hands. Now, here's one in the front that I think we show you every week. She is big. Look, see, she's a nice sized bud for these muffin tops. But we also have a couple small ones. Like these that are a little lower in the canopy, right? That's look how small she is. But I'll tell you what, rock hard, you guys. And there's no nanners. I'm not seeing any nanners.
They do add up. There's 64 of these.
We're expecting the biggest harvest right here on this girl.
Yeah, I think so.
Because her buds seem to be really dense and really hard. And, for the most part, she's got some really, really nice size, top buds on her.
Muffin tops.
She's absolutely, she is the crown jewel of muffin tops. She's absolutely, she's delicious. She's absolutely, and I'm hoping she's going to be as delicious as she looks. I'm telling you. Louise, you got one more week, baby. In one more week, we're taking you because, what can I say? And I want to ask you, how's it been in here without Colette? Have you liked it? Have you enjoyed the extra room in here?
Got the whole tent to herself.
Yeah, the whole tent to yourself. Let's take a look at tent 2. The other 2 girls are waiting for us, Miss Grodaddy. Come on. Welcome to tent 2, you guys. We made it. Yeah, we did. We made it to tent 2. And let me show you the girls, because the girls are looking absolutely lovely. I'll tell you, we have Chantal and we have Marie, and they are looking unbelievable. Chantal on the left, look at her. She's our Runtz, our Biscotti, and Marie is our Runtz on the right, and they're both looking beautiful. Let's take a close look at Chantal right now, our Biscotti. Come on. Hello, Chantal. Chantal, of course, is our Biscotti from Quebec Cannabis Seeds. And I'll tell you what, she looks absolutely amazing with 53 tops on her. But you can see the size of her buds. Look at these things. Now, I gotta tell you, they're not as fat. Look at that. Okay, that's the size of most of her buds. Okay, she's got a lot of big buds, big tops in here. We went down a little bit. Look at this front one here, Mrs. Grodaddy. Some of these front ones are nice and big too. They're just beautiful. They're all gorgeous. Beautiful structure, beautiful bud structure. I feel like I'm gonna get a pretty good harvest. Remember, I'm a little bit nervous still of getting larf out of this tent because we've really taken her down.
Kind of went down
We went down a little far in the canopy on some of these, but I'll tell you what, some of these lower buds, they might turn out to be okay. Oh man, does she smell beautiful too. Ooh, smell that, Miss Grodaddy.
Anyways. She smells like a new toy. Now, I realize that it's a long buried memory from childhood when you'd be like Christmas morning, you'd open up a new, doll or something like that. And it smelled like that.
She foxtailed a little bit, but not too bad. She has had a little foxtailing, but besides that, she's just absolutely gorgeous, and she's ready to be harvested. We're gonna harvest her in a day or 2. I can see her still foxtailing like up on the top of this one over here. She's got a little foxtail coming up on her. If you look around the tent, you'll see where there's still a little bit of foxtailing done, but they're just kind of saying enough is enough. You've done your job in here. Her trichomes are ready, so we're going to take her in a couple days. So she'll be hanging in hey, next week it'll be just Marie and
Louise.
Yeah, it'll just be the 2 girls. We'll have them in 2 separate tents, giving them plenty of space, or maybe we'll move them into 1. No, I think we'll keep them separated. We'll have to wait. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in this crazy, grow of ours. Let's check out Marie though, because she wants to get seen, and she's my favorite. I mean, not that any of these girls aren't absolutely gorgeous and beautiful in their own way, but for some reason, Marie. Oh my God. Let's go take a look at Marie. Come on. Hello, Marie. Marie is our Runtz from Quebec Seed Company, and look at her in all of her glory. She absolutely looks like, well, she looks photogenic. She, the appeal of her is, look at the size of this, Mrs. GroDaddy. Look at the size of that.
This is more like a natural
Yeah, and
cannabis.
look how big she is. Just to give you an idea. Nice, big buds. All of them are like that. And let me tell you what, she's only got 24 tops on her. So we went down a little bit further. And I think it was a good move. Because let me tell you what, let's take a look down here, Mrs. GroDaddy. Look at this. Look how thick her stems are compared to the other girls.
Yeah, and that's why you don't see any yo-yos on this one.
Yeah, there's not one yo-yo on her. And
Not
of course, I did
required.
Cushman chiropractic on her. It's made these in bamboo and they're thick. They will hold up the biggest buds. They're just beautiful.
But she probably already had the genetics to have a kind of a stockier stalk, like a thicker.
I just don't know. You know, you don't know when you're growing different stuff. I don't know if I grew another one if she would have any of the same genetic traits or not. But I can tell you this, she looks just like her pictures. You know, when you would order these seeds. Isn't she gorgeous?
She really.
Look at her structures. Oh, if I was somebody like High Again with all those tricky cameras and doing all those beautiful shots, you're really rubbing on Chantal there, Mrs. GroDaddy. You be careful, Chantal,
I
over there.
got
when
carried
you're,
away
you
with
got-
my iPhone.
I don't
camera
blame you.
work.
She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at these two. They're right next to each other, little Chantal. You can see the difference here, these two
Yeah.
girls. Oh, they're beautiful. They're both two girls when they're right next to each other. Chantal, Marie.
Hopefully nobody's got nanners. Look what you've done, GroDaddy.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, we did spot a nanner on
yeah,
her.
where was that?
Can we see it again today? Right. Well, I think we got a nanner coming back here. Let's just say there's a nanner right there. Okay. We spotted this yesterday. We've only seen one or two. Wait, hang on there. Stay there. Come back a little bit. There you go. Now let me focus in.
Yep.
Look at that.
Totally a nanner.
So there we go. We got a nanner on her.
She's
Now-
coming out.
Now, I'll tell you what, you guys. That's okay. She's at the end. In fact, I'm pulling. There's not enough time to make seeds at this point.
Yeah.
But this is, if you let them go long enough, this is what they'll tend to do, even though I don't think I've overdone her, because I'm going to leave her for another week. I don't like, she doesn't have enough amber on there for me, so we're going to wait another week, even though we have spotted a nanner. And there might be one or two of those nanners we spotted in there, but basically, she doesn't have any
It's not a
besides
real
those.
big problem. And somebody was saying in our comments that you just take them out and drop them in some water so they don't fluff all over. Like,
I'm not going to drop them. She's going to have her own tent. She's not causing any
That's
problems
right.
right now. I'm not doing anything. She can do whatever she wants at this point because she's only going to be in here another week. Anyways, that is our weed porn segment, you guys. Come on. Guys, thank you very much for coming again for another epic episode. And it truly is. It's been an epic season thanks to you guys. You guys make it epic, by the way. The plants, well, what can I say? They give you something to look at, but you guys make it epic because you guys make our morning on Sundays with your comments and all the likes and everything. We get a lot of love.
Thanks, guys, and
Yeah.
we love you more.
Yeah, we do. We love you guys. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it. YouTube right now isn't pushing us out to new people, so we're not getting a lot of new subscribers. We pick up a few, but we really aren't picking up a lot. And what can I say? I think we'd be getting a lot. Anyways, it's
Just
depressing.
a little bit depressing.
Yeah,
It
I'm not
is.
gonna lie. We do a lot of work, and we're putting out the smoke
Smoke reviews.
the smoke reviews. We're gonna stop doing that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Just to let you guys know. I know there's people that come out to see them.
Yep.
The smoke reviews that we're doing on Saturdays, right?
Yep. They're a fair amount of work.
A lot of work for what, 200 or 300 people that want to look at them.
Yeah, it was just kind of a judgment call I think we had to make that I was getting kind of overwhelmed on the
On
weekend.
work.
Yeah.
You see, she puts her hearts into every video,
Put
and
my heart and soul in this.
even the smoke reviews, as maybe simple and dumb as they were, Miss GroDaddy did a lot of work pulling in, girls from past seasons and letting you look at their trichomes and all the great shit that she does in the editing. Let me tell you what, it breaks her heart when YouTube only pushes us
Yeah.
out to a few people, and we do have a good crowd that comes out and watches us every
Yeah,
Sunday.
God bless you guys. Thank you very much for the words of encouragement. But yeah, I think I've got to choose my battles.
Yeah. So we're not going to be doing the preview anymore. We might do a few reviews where we do a review when I grow something. We might do a review once in a while, but we're going to keep it a lot simpler. Like maybe do it in the program, like right here. Hey, love you guys. Thanks again, and we really do appreciate you guys. Like you guys, If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. So
We just wouldn't be doing it. We're doing it.
thank you very much to our loyal viewers.
And we love doing it,
Yeah.
but we wouldn't love doing it if we didn't have people that were coming to watch us that enjoyed what we were doing.
Give us a
That's
little-
all I mean to say, and giving us all the love.
Moral support.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next week in episode 22. And I'll tell you what, we'll have 2 girls to show you next week, and that's it.
At the most.
That's going to be the last one, though. And then we're going to harvest these girls. So it is, and we are, just to remind you guys, we do have a code, and it's GrowDaddy at Quebec Cannabis Seeds. If you guys want to get 20% on seeds, that's the code.
Get yourself some of that beautiful
Yeah.
black
And
bud.
we will be growing, just to let you guys know, we will be growing clones, at least in the next coming seasons. We plan on growing clones with Mr. Clone here in Canada, and they got some nice looking plants. And we're not going to be guessing anymore. I'm tired of getting nanners. I'm tired of getting Runtz. I mean, we love our Runtz, and we have a Runt every season.
Hey, our runt might be the biggest producer this season.
Yeah, see, that's what a Runt is sometimes. A Runt does, but we waited for her, we nursed her, and yeah.
Just a box of chocolates.
It's a box of chocolates. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. And you guys, hey, let's pregame like I'm going to do. I pregame before this. I will pregame. But
Get your breakfast ready.
Get your breakfast ready. Get your bong out. Take a big hit and watch our show next week. And I'm up with you guys watching it. So let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm out.
Oops. Pre-gaming.
Well, what can I say? I think we're going to start keeping them a little. Okay, let me start again. Thank you. Okay. Hey! Hey!
Just do gibberish.
Hey, matey. Hello! Hello! Welcome to our week.
All right. Welcome to weed porn.
Okay.
Fuck.
Hey, matey. Hey.
You're like an AI too.
No, take two. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. Smooth, eh? You ready?
Yeah, we lost the notes on the fucking, on how many... Woo! Yeah! Come on! That was it. That was it.